Labor Day. Back to school. In the United States, Labor Day, the first Monday in September, is time to enjoy the last blast of summer fun before the school year starts for many American children. Many businesses and all government offices are closed for the day. Some people get the day off work and might throw a party. Labor Day isn't just a day to take it easy, though. It's also the day the US government set aside to honor the achievements of American workers, past and present. To understand what Labor Day honors, it is important to learn about the labor movement. This movement involved workers joining together to improve the way they work and live. Machines and worker. During the Industrial Revolution, late 1700s and early 1800s, many new kinds of technology were invented. Inventions allowed many jobs once done by hand to be done much faster and more easily by machines. Farmers began to using machines to plant and harvest crops. Many small farmers could not afford to buy their machines lost their jobs. Also, factories could produce items at a much lower cost than small home businesses. Because of these changes, many people farming communities moved to cities and went to work in factories. Many factory employers paid workers as little as possible so their business could make more money. They paid workers low wages for what often dangerous work. Recent immigrants for formerly enslaved people were very vulnerable to these employers and more likely to work in unsafe conditions for low pay. Tough job. Many workers in the 1800s got little time off work. The United States had no rules about how many hours people could work. Employers took advantage of this. The average worker, a factory worker worked 100 hours a week. Workers who dislike this were easily fired and replaced. Child labor. Before the Industrial Revolution, children worked in the family farms, in factories, as assistants. The Industrial Revolution, however, caused an increase in child labor. In factories, children could run most factory machines. They could be paid less than adults and were easier to control. By the early 1800s, around 2 million children were working in mills or factories in the United States. The Industrial Revolution had shut down some of these families' businesses. Children often held jobs for age 10, sometimes as young as 6 or 7. They worked 6 days a week, up to 18 hours each day. Children often supported their families with little time for rest and no time for school or play. Many children became ill from the dangerous working conditions and long hours. Workers joined together. Over time, workers began to join together to change things. They formed labor unions, groups set up to protect workers' rights. Labor unions bargain with employers for better hours, wages, working conditions, and benefits. Unions can call a strike to gain stronger hand and talks in employers. During a strike, workers refused many more work until changes are made. In 1869, President Ulysses S. Grant announced that government workers only had to work 8 hours each day. Soon later, an effort began to set a family or law passed for people working for private organizations. Women are most left of the early labor government. One big step forward for women's rights was the textile workers in New York City organized the Ladies' Farm Workers Unions. They are they united with their mate co-worker and proved that women were important to the labor movement.